Oh, another stream on this lovely Saturday morning.
Of the Hidden Temple. With your guide, Kirk Fogg. And here he is now.
There is this blue. There, you see this. You see this pinkish frame that you see on the screen. Hello, Cheyenne. Hope you're doing well. Undercover Cop, one of mine. Yeah. What's up, Drew Boy Official? How are you? I'm doing good, Craig. Welcome in. Happy Friday evening to you guys. Gold League Gamer, he said he's unwell. So, and he said he's gonna be in. So, that's good thing. JP Josh, I'm getting stormy weather, but hopefully I will. I hope the weather gods show some mercy and clear up the weather, at least for an hour. I'm being a little selfish, but at least for an hour. You guys can join in, and we will kick off today's episode.
Thank you very much.
You know, this is the pinkish flame that pinkish filter that I'm referring to. You know, you see in the background, there's a pinkish filter over there. By the way, this is an original recording provided to us by none other than Mr. Undercover Cop. He recorded this back in the day. So if you have any questions about how we recorded this and all and stuff, do ask in a voice chat. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Olmec. Welcome to Legends of the
These markers, they look even more pinkish. You see those? They look even more pinkish. Lovely.
Hidden Temple. The rooms are filled with lost treasures that are protected by mysterious Mayan temple guards. Only Olmec knows the legend behind each of the treasures in his temple. Which one are we going to hear about today? The legend of the broken trident of Poseidon. Oh, the broken trident of Poseidon. Well, one of our teams will have a chance to retrieve that
broken trident of Poseidon. Any memories from this episode?
Have the right.
By the way, one thing I have to tell you, compared to all the other episodes that I have did so far, this one has a better FPS. You know FPS, right? Frames per second. This has a better FPS, like 60 FPS. I think this is a 60 FPS recording. I'm guessing it. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But this one has a better smooth frame rate. Frame rate is much more smoother compared to the other episodes that I have done.
The inner Olmec's temple.
JP Josh, hi. Holy Gamer, hi.
Before you lie 3 icebergs floating in the moat. Your task is to cross the moat by hopping from iceberg to iceberg without using your hands. But you must stop on each one. When Kirk gives the signal, jump out onto the first iceberg. If you fall off, go back and start again. Otherwise, continue to the next iceberg. When you get to the other side, it's your partner's turn to cross. When both partners reach the other side, run over and hit the gong. The first 4 teams to hit their...
Wow, that's the first time I'm seeing a long shot. Are we doing a double episode? No, we are doing only one episode for today. But hopefully, 2 episodes. For today, only one episode.
Teams, are you ready?
But we will drag it as much as we can.
Olmec, are you ready? Let's do it. On your mark.
It's the first time he said, let's do it.
Go! As they make their way across the floating ice. Great job.
Whoa. I love the enthusiasm of that spotter there. She's like, come on, don't let me down. Oh. Doesn't look as easy as I thought. I love the enthusiasm of the spotters. Like they're like, come on.
Yes, it's going to be the Red Jaguars.
Good job.
Authority. And the Silver Snakes are across. That's number 2. 2 more teams. Who's it going to be? The Orange Iguanas?
Where is
Great job. Now the partner. Here he comes. And, oh, he uses his hand. He's
missing someone in the chat? Where is Jomar? Jomar is missing again today.
the Purple Parrots, though. Oh, Purple Parrots, nice job.
Wow!
Yes, Orange Iguanas made it across. We need one more team.
That was one hell of a run.
Purple Parrots, the Green Monkeys, or the Blue Barracudas.
Whoa!
Oh, just beat out the Purple Parrots, but the Silver Snakes did a great job too. They stuck with it, going on to the steps of knowledge are the...
I love this bit. This was the craziest run ever. Look at this. Woo, 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 woo. Just 4 steps. 4 steps and he's through. Wow.
Yes, Orange Iguanas made it across.
And the jump.
We need one more team.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yes, Orange Iguanas made it
That is one crazy way to cross that blocks or whatever it is.
We need one more team. Who's it going to be? The Purple Parrots, the Green Monkeys, or the Blue Barracudas? The Green Monkeys.
Oh, the spotter is super happy. Like,
The
yeah.
Silver Snakes did a great job too. They stuck with it, going on to the steps of knowledge.
That was a good run.
Silver Snakes
Good start to the episode.
and the Orange Iguanas and the pesky Green Monkeys
What green monkeys? Pesky.
and the Red Jaguars.
Risky.
Purple Parrots and the Blue Barracudas gave it a great effort too. We got a nice gift for them, and here's what it is.
Here's what
It's a $50 savings bond for Melody Pops. Melody Pops, the delicious super new lollipops you can whistle while you eat. Featuring PJ
You can
Morton.
whistle while you eat.
Taste and coolest tunes around. It's Melody Pops.
Interesting.
Also available in Lance Whistle Pops.
As the quest continues, it's now time for Olmec to tell us about the broken trident of Poseidon. But teams, pay attention because your knowledge
I love this bit. This small bit. You see the fire on the top of these lamps. I love the way they are like,
of the legend can
they are flickering or fluttering, whatever you call it.
bring you a step closer to Olmec's temple.
Lovely.
One of the most feared and powerful of the Greek gods was Poseidon, the god of the sea. The Greeks feared Poseidon's violent temper, which manifested itself in thunderstorms and earthquakes. Poseidon's awesome power was strengthened by his mighty trident, which never left his side. Legend has it that one morning Poseidon awakened to find the trident missing. He bellowed to his slumbering wife.
Amphitrite, have you seen my trident?
Poseidon, if you've seen one trident, you've seen them all.
Poseidon sent out a warning to all of Greece.
Unless my trident is returned by midnight, I will unleash such fury upon this land that no creature will be safe.
The Greeks searched high and low, mostly low, but to no avail. At 5 minutes before midnight, Greek Standard Time, a young fisherman named Cretus stood trembling before Poseidon.
Your royal witness, a nearsighted stingray mistook your trident for his brother. I retrieved it. Unfortunately, it has broken in two.
You are a good and honest soul, young Cretus, even if you smell like a trout.
As a reward, Poseidon gave Cretus half of the broken trident, and the other half found its way to the temple. Your task is to find the broken trident of Poseidon and bring it back here.
Thanks, Olmec. Tell us, where is this broken trident?
The broken trident of Poseidon can be found in the shrine of the silver monkey.
All right, thanks, Olmec. Very well. All right, teams, you're now standing on the steps of knowledge. In a minute, Olmec's going to ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, I want you
Hi,
to stop
Jomar.
down on the ancient marking in front of you. If you're right, you're going to move down.
First
to the
time we
next
have a
level.
full,
But if you're wrong
complete
around
panel.
Time, I'm going to give the other teams
What a
chance.
lovely day.
The first 2 teams to make it to the bottom level will be one step closer to Olmec's temple. All right, Olmec, we're ready for your first question.
Is a trident a crown, an anchor, or a 3-pronged spear?
Spear, spear.
A 3-pronged spear.
That is correct.
Step down, Silver Snakes. They're off and walking. Next question, Olmec.
Is Poseidon the god of love, the sea, or the sun?
Silver Snakes.
The sea.
That is
See, see,
correct.
see.
Whoa, just like that, the Silver Snakes are one step away.
The Articraft in the Shino says, don't leak stuff, Cheyenne, please.
In Roman mythology, was the
Let
god
us
of the
watch
sea
it.
named
Don't do
Mars?
that.
Silver Snakes.
Neptune.
You got it, kid.
You got it, kid. That was
The
cute.
Silver Snakes the Temple Games. Now we need one more team. Who's it going to be? The Orange Iguanas?
Oh,
the
sorry.
Green
I'm sorry.
Monkeys, Or
It
the
was
Red
revealed. I was
Jaguars?
out.
Next question, Olmec.
According to our legend, was Poseidon's trident taken by a beggar, stingray, or whale?
Green Monkeys.
No. I'm sorry.
That is
My
correct.
mistake. I'm
Down,
sorry.
Green Monkeys. Next question.
Is Greece found in the Caribbean, North Sea, or Mediterranean?
Red Jaguars.
Mediterranean.
That is correct.
Step down, Red Jaguars. Orange Iguanas can catch up, no problem. Next question, Mr. Olmec.
In Greek mythology, is the home of the gods Mount Etna, Mount Olympus, or the Parthenon?
Green Monkeys.
Mount Olympus.
That is correct.
These are all
Job. Green
general
Monkeys are now
questions.
just
So
one step away. Who's going to join the Silver Snakes? Next question.
According to our legend, was Poseidon married to Amphitrite, Pan, or...
Red Jaguars.
Amphitrite.
That is correct.
Ooh, Red Jaguars. Nice pronunciation. Next question.
Kirk
Olmec.
Fox seems to be impressed.
Who was the king of all the gods? Apollo, Zeus,
Green
or...
Monkeys.
Zeus.
That is
Oh,
correct.
We've got our two teams going to the Temple Game. It's the Green Monkeys, and they're all fired up. And the Silver Snakes, good job. Come on down, Orange Iguanas. Orange Iguanas and the Red Jaguars. We really enjoyed having him with us. We got a nice gift for him, and here's what it is.
interesting reaction over here. Look at the girl behind the green monkeys. I mean, the person behind green monkeys.
All fired up.
What is she saying? What is she saying? These buggers don't deserve it.
And the Silver Snakes, good. Next question, Olmec.
Who was the king of all the gods? Apollo, Zeus,
Green
or...
Monkeys.
Zeus.
That is correct.
We've got our two teams going to
They're visibly disappointed. Like,
the Temple Game. It's the Green Monkeys, and they're
look at the girl in the red Jaguars team.
all fired up. And
These buggers don't deserve it.
the Silver Snakes, good
Or something
job.
of that sort.
Come on down, Orange Iguanas. Orange Iguanas and the Red Jaguars. We really enjoyed having him with us. We got a nice gift for him, and here's what it is.
Look at the entertaining fun you'll have when you strap on Moon Shoes. Super excitement is yours when you bounce higher than ever. Don't leave Earth without Moon Shoes by Heart.
These two teams will be playing for the right to enter Olmec's Temple, and they're going to do it right after this.
Is this an actual recording from you, Undercover Cop? Yes, it is. It was his actual recording back in the day. Wow, this was unique.
Don't go far, cause Legends of the Hidden
These are some
Temple
of the advertisements that were telecasted back in the day. I am a little scared for streaming this because I could be slapped with copyright. So I'm gonna skip this right away. Whoa, look at those skulls. Look at the cinematography. Look at those skulls. Zoom from the skulls.
Welcome back to Legends now, of course. Of course, the glory goes to the fastest and
Of
the strongest.
course.
But before we get started, let's meet our two teams on the mighty Green Monkeys. We have Elizabeth. She loves to skate, and she's all the way out here from Mississippi. And her partner here, James, when he gets older, he wants to be an
Mississippi.
archaeologist. Let's hear it for the Green Monkeys.
Green monkeys?
And there are the Silver Snakes. We got Kimberly. She likes to play softball and also plays with her mini pets. And her partner here, Tony, well, he says that friends call him Little Man, but he's out to prove that it's not how tall, but how strong you are. Well, we're going to find out. Let's hear it for the Silver Snakes.
It's not the size of the dog, but the size of the fight in the
All
dog.
right, you guys ready to play?
Back when commercial breaks were only 2 minutes and not 4 like they are now. Best part of the break in the Steps of Knowledge. And this was the only time Olmec did that moan prior to the commercial. Ooh,
As they make their way through
that
the
was a
temple.
good find.
There are 3 temple games. Olmec, tell us about temple game number 1.
In our legend, when Poseidon could not find his trident, he threatened to unleash horrible tempests on the land. In the sky above you are several lightning bolts from one of Poseidon's storms. Your job is to quell the storm by removing the lightning bolts. When Kirk gives the signal, jump up, grab a lightning bolt, come back down, and place it in
Lightning
your water
bolt.
hole. Then jump up and do it again. The first player to get all their lightning bolts in their water hole, or
There are
the player with the
10
most
bolts
in their
up
water
there.
hole at the end of 60 seconds wins.
Well, I'm glad I'm not touching those lightning bolts up there. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark. Get set. Go.
Go.
There she goes.
Love the design of those
Green's
thunderbolts.
getting a little close. Silver's got two. Green's trying to get up still.
Green is not jumping high enough. That was okay.
They're gonna have to
That
be
was
inside.
okay.
That gives the
Not
Green
bad.
Monkeys a chance to catch up. Green takes a lot of push off there.
Yeah.
There they go. Gotta get
Oh, that was good.
rhythm going. There she goes.
Ooh.
One more and she's up. 24 seconds left.
Why don't they pick the one that is down? You're not supposed to pick that?
She's gonna leave that last one at the end if she needs it.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for clarifying.
A lot of muscle and thrust.
Muzzle, muzzle, muzzle.
Green trying to get their momentum. All right, come on in. Let's check it out. Let's bring the buckets over here and then we'll count it out. The green had 1, 2 lightning bolts.
Only
and
2.
The silver had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was a virtual thunderstorm. The silver
Yeah.
Snakes get the half penalty.
I mean, if I was at 2 and the opponent was at 7, I would try to play a spoil sport. I would just kick the bucket or throw all those thunders put all those into my bucket, because there is no disqualifications in this game.
Before you stands a wild horse of Poseidon's, which you are about to ride. When Kirk gives the signal,
And I would
the
piss
horse
off the
will start
producers
spinning.
and all that
Hold
stuff.
on tight. If you fall off, your opponent will receive a point.
my God.
Whoever has the most points at the end of 60 seconds wins.
I think she had trouble with the
The
rigging.
Poseidon adventure. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark. Get set. Go.
Oh.
Oh, silver snakes are down. Green monkeys there. Got to focus. Oh, they're down. Tied
So it's
up.
1-all, huh?
You gotta clutch that rope. Hope that you're not dislodged. Oh, Green Monkey's down again.
Why don't they hug it instead of catching onto it?
It's a fucking Poseidon.
Is it part of the rule that they are not supposed to hug that thing?
He is trying to keep those legs locked. Silver Snakes still want to go down. They do. Oh. Oh.
Why?
Silver Snakes still maintain the lead.
Ah, okay. I have to hold the rope.
So let's count it up. The Green Monkeys here had 2, and the Silver Snakes had 3. So the Silver Snakes get the half pennant.
What is the 2-3? Is it the number of falls or number of points? I'm a little unclear.
Life. Great job. Come on over here. All right, so it's the Silver Snakes 1. The Green Monkeys haven't scored yet, but we go to the third and final game. It's worth a full pennant. Omek, tell us about Temple game number 3.
Temple game number
God
3.
Poseidon had 4 mythical children whose names are on
Ah,
the board
okay.
before you.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Triton, Arion, Polyphemus, and Antaeus.
What
You
language?
are going to make an offering to each one. When Kirk gives the signal, one player will load an offering in their slingshot and shoot it to their partner, who will catch it and give it to the first god. Then climb up to the next god and wait for the next offering. The first team to make offerings to all 4 gods, or the one that's further along in 60 seconds, wins.
All right, so they're going to make a few offerings here, and this is for the temple. So let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark.
Not Kirk forgot.
Get set. Go.
Wow.
First one's a good one for the Silver Snakes. Oh,
Whee! Why is she not catching with both the hands?
Silver Snakes are moving up. They're trying to get Arian. So are the Green Monkeys. Oh, the Green Monkeys got
Much
it.
better.
They're going on to Polyphemus.
Polyptus.
So are the Silver Snakes.
Eucalyptus.
Oh, Green Monkeys are all the way up to Polyphemus. They're out now going to
Oh my god, green monkeys.
one more, and we got a tie.
What is that Silver Snakes guy doing?
Oh, trying to pen it up against the wall. Oh, nice.
That's a good catch.
Tie. The Green Monkeys need this one to win.
Bro!
This takes a lot of accuracy on the part of the shooter. That's it. Let's check it out.
Silver Snakes are through.
Great work by both teams. The Silver Snakes and the Green Monkeys both had the same score.
But the ball fell off from the Silver Snakes. There's no ball over here. That doesn't count.
So they each get the full pendant. That gives the Green Monkeys 1 and the Silver Snakes 2. So the Silver Snakes are going to the temple. Great job. Come on over, Tony. Come on over. Great job. Elizabeth, great job. James, come on over here. Wonderful job by the Green Monkeys. We got a nice gift for them, and here's what it is.
BK. Listen.
Silver Snakes are through to another temple
BK
run.
Ratch Tech. Tough new
Ooh,
shoes
one of
from
the most
BK.
consistent
They're on your
teams.
feet. They're in your ears.
One I'm on there. One I'm there.
Now we're going to see if the Silver Snakes can make it through Olmec's temple, retrieve that broken trident of Poseidon, and we're going to see right after this.
Yeah. Hey, the Silver Snakes contestant is still over there. Why?
Retrieve that broken trident of Poseidon, and we're going to see right after this.
There's only one contestant over here. Where is the other guy? There's only one person over here. Feeling left out. All the doors are open as we see.
The quest continues with more Legends of the Hidden Temple after this.
Thank you.
Information to help.
For a free video and brochure.
Everybody.
Wow.
Welcome back to Legends.
There are some scorpions and all the things are put up just to give us the feel of a temple. That's how great the design
You
was.
could start by running up the stairs to the crypt. Grab the book from the skeletons and pass into the pit of the pendulum. Knock over the column and climb into the king's storeroom. Smash the clay pots to find the key that will lead you into the chamber of the sacred markers. Match the symbols on the right to those on the left and pass into the room of the ancient warriors. Place yourself in the correct armor and open the door to the shrine of the silver monkey. Assemble the statue and you may be headed toward the room of the secret password. Find the tablet with the correct inscription and shout it out to open the door to the Pharaoh's secret passage. Slide down the tunnel to the quicksand bog where you could smash
Quicksand bog.
the forest. But beware of the temple guards that may inhabit the trees. Find the key in the tree, and you'll enter the Jester's Court. Press yourself against the correct wall painting, and you'll gain entry to the tomb of the Headless Kings. Pull the vines to release their bones, and attach the missing skull to its proper king. Then, race through the pit, climb through the ledges, race down the stairs and back through the temple gate. The choices are yours and yours alone. You won 2 pendants in the temple games. Who is going first?
I am.
Very well, Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Kurt gives the signal. You'll race through the gates into the temple and make your way towards the broken trident. Hidden inside the temple are temple guards assigned to protect 3 specific rooms.
In the last episode, in the last stream that we did, the Galileo's cannonball, this background music was missing.
Turn to enter and try his luck.
This was missing in season 1.
All of the doors of the temple will instantly unlock. lock and the temple guards will vanish. Return through the gates with a broken trident to Poseidon in 3 minutes, and you will both be handsomely rewarded. And here's how.
Reduce the
First, you get a
intensity.
skateboarding package. The Moonskate Pro Slick Skateboard with a Canadian maple deck, alloy trucks, urethane wheels, and precision bearings. The package includes premium quality knee pads, elbow pads, and rib.
Oh, sounds good to me, and I know it sounds good to the Silver Snakes. You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's get in position here. Omek, look. The Silver Snakes, you ready to
Look at Olmec, and all of a sudden his eyes start blinking, like suddenly.
go?
Yeah.
All right, let's get in position here.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Omek, lower your gate.
And when he's lowering the gate, the eyes don't blink. Or is it this time, or usually? I think usually it does blink, right? His eyes blink, and then the door opens or closes or goes down. But this time it doesn't.
Let's put 3 minutes on the clock. On your mark. Get set. Go. There goes Kimberly into the temple. She's heading up into the crypt. Oh, good. First try. She's heading into the head of the pendulum. They've got 2 pendants.
Oh! Good.
Oh, great move. He's
Not a
out.
great kick, but
Heading to the 2
enough.
15.
Come on, Kimberly.
Now she's pulling all the ropes. She's found the skull. She's working hard. I like this team. I liked them all day long.
Did she even fit it in properly? Oh,
The second one works. She's heading in the Jester's court. It's gonna be tough.
Jester's
She's
court.
long. She's gotta get her body in the right position. First one, no problem. Second one works. She's heading in the
wee! She's just one room away, bro.
Minute warning.
Just plow, push,
Now she's
don't.
gonna find- oh,
Yes.
she's busting the wall.
She's. The wall didn't break completely. If you see, it's like kind of half. And there's the cameraman behind.
She's in the quicksand bog. But she's heading up. Gotta find the
Oh
right-
no!
She's gotta
And that slippery tunnel.
secret passageway.
It looks quite. The tunnel looks quite dry compared to that episode where we talked about which was slippery. I don't know the episode, but one stream. There's a lot of fog around. I can't see what's happening. Did she even make it?
Is she in yet?
Oh my god, she's
Gotta
so
find the opening.
stuck up.
There she goes. She got
Don't tell me she's gonna get caught now. Don't tell me.
Find the password.
Open, sase.
Try the other one.
Xerxes, yeah, Xerxes. Thank you, Josh. Gosh, your memory levels are unbelievable. Open sesame. Got it.
She's got the trident. Get out. All the doors are open. There she
Come on,
goes.
Kim. Kim. No, 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 Kim, no. Where is the articraft? Where is that sword? What is she doing? Arre,
No, she left the trident.
go get it. Wait. What is she even doing?
29 seconds.
Cameraman, show. Oh my god, 20.
She had the ramp. Now it's gonna be close.
She's sliding through. What?
Hurry. All the way. Keep going.
Wait, no. Go down. Don't go down. Don't go down. Don't go down. No.
Now
No.
she's gonna make it, but she's getting the trident. She's in the bit of the
What a blunder.
She got caught in the bit of the pendulum.
No.
Confused and they're trying to
No.
but then she didn't realize she had
No.
but she did get it, so they ended up getting the skateboard package and the home stereo. Tony didn't get a chance to go in the temple. But
How the hell she?
all day
How the hell that happened? I can't believe the last 40 seconds what I have seen.
Place your
Now she's in the room. She's in the room. She's got the trident. Get out. All the doors are open. There she goes. Keep going. No, she's got
She dropped it. Why did she drop it?
move. Find the password. Yell it out.
Why she dropped it?
Try the other one. 55 seconds.
She dropped it just like that. Just like that, she dropped it. Oh my god, how can you do that? Wasn't she aware of what needs to be done? Whom to blame? I don't know. But this was unbelievable what happened next. She went. Obviously, you know, Kirk is trying to help her, but in that rush, someone must have informed her, must be the cameraman or someone, I don't know. And she's trying to swim around that thing, which is okay. But why did she go down? This was the blunder. Kirk Fogg has given up. I mean, he has given the verdict that she's not gonna make it.
She got caught in a bit of the pendulum. Kimberly got confused in the Shrine of the Silver Monkey. She got
Yeah, perfect. It would have been a perfect solo victory. Dropping and leaving the trident behind and then making unnecessary detours. Yeah.
skateboard package and the home secret password. There she goes. Keep going. No.
At this moment, she really effed it up big time. 43 seconds is plenty of time. Plenty of time. You can literally walk and come out of the temple. 43 seconds is a huge, huge, huge amount of time. Kirk lost hope. Yeah, I mean, listen to the commentary of Kirk. The amount of times he says, "Get the trident."
Get the trident.
If you observe, after she drops the trident, it takes like around 3 to 4 seconds, and then Kirk Fogg starts saying that, get the trident. So I don't think he must have seen it. Someone must have informed him, because he is usually with the crew. So someone must have told him that the girl must have dropped the trident, which we're gonna confirm in the call, or which we're gonna talk about. So he takes time and then tells her. You see the pause? There is a pause. There is a pause.
Get the trident. Get the trident. No, she left the trident.
There's a pause.
Seconds and she left the trident. She's got the object. She had the ranch. Now it's going to be close.
That's the first time I'm seeing the tunnel, how it looks like
Keep
inside.
going. No goal. Straight across. Now she's not going to make it, but she's getting the trident. She's in the bit of the pendulum. She got caught in the bit of the pendulum. Kimberly got confused in the Shrine of the Silver Monkey. She got the trident, but then she didn't realize she had to get out with the trident, but she did get it, so they ended up getting the skateboard package and the home stereo. Tony didn't get a chance to go in the temple, but I know he had a great day all day long. Come on over here.
Yeah, Craig, you're right.
We had a great time too. We'll see you again next time.
I mean, one word of appreciation for Kirk Fogg. I mean, people troll him and all that stuff. That aside, whenever he starts commentating, he really gets into it. Like he himself commentates as if he is running the run. Get the trident! Get the trident! Oh no, all that stuff. That's what makes this show great. And also Kirk Fogg, one of the greatest game show hosts. He gets into the shoes, as they say, getting into the shoe or getting into the character. He himself, he comments as if he is actually running there. The point of view that he gives to the viewer is so good. It's so good. One of the best hosts. All right. Let's talk about this episode. I'm gonna jump in. Cop and JP Josh join in. I already see Gamer and Cheyenne. Hello.
Hello.
Goalie Gamer, how are you? What happened to you?
I've been sick since Tuesday night, so
Mm-hmm.
I got my flu vaccine yesterday, so I don't know if you can hear it in my voice or not, too.
No, no.
Yes.
Okay. Even Goldie Gamer was unwell. Cheyenne, are you well?
I'm all good.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. Is
Yeah.
JP Josh coming in? JP Josh, can you hear
Hey,
us?
Josh. Hey,
Yeah,
Carl.
I can-
Hey, Gamer.
Hey, Cheyenne.
Okay. What a great episode this one has been. Undercover Cop, thank you for the original airing. I have given my verdict. Who wants to pick it up first? Josh, you wanna go ahead?
I'll go. I'll go.
Okay.
Who is it?
Okay. I said I'd go.
Okay,
first.
okay. Go ahead.
I'll
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I seriously expected this to be a win. Kimberly started up in the crypt and then took the lower route from the pit of the pendulum. She didn't skip any rooms and surprisingly did not encounter any temple guards. This run is only the third of the series where no temple guards were encountered. This run is only the third of the series where no temple guards were encountered.
Wow.
She managed to grab the artifact with 49 seconds left. But once she did was when things went wrong.
Yeah.
So this was another instance where you might yell at the TV, "What are you doing that for?" Once she grabbed the artifact, she didn't realize she had to get out with it. As if that weren't enough, instead of doing the sensible thing by taking the top route out, she went back down to the Tomb of the Headless Kings from the Chamber of the Sacred Marker. Big mistake, because when time ran out, she reached the pit of the pendulum.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
temple guard
Yeah.
found. This is the first time I'm coming across this. How many times did it happen?
There were 3 times where and there were 3 temple runs in the series where no temple guards were encountered.
Wow. Any idea where they were?
Well, I'm about to find out in just a matter of moments. So, yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Yep. So, yeah. So like the whole "what are you doing that for" thing. Oh, really? Okay. So apparently, according to this, the temple guards were the Dark Forest. Well, she must have dodged that because she didn't reach into the holes to find the key.
Dark Forest.
The Chamber of the Sacred Marker, and the King's Storeroom.
But if the temple guard was in Dark Forest, he would usually put up his hand, right? Like he would put his hand or his thing when the contestant is running, but we didn't get to see anything of that in this run.
That's because Kimberly didn't reach into the hole to find the key. Instead, she just plowed through the wall.
But I guess sometimes, even if they're running, they put up the hands. Sometimes, even if the contestant is trying to dodge the trees and trying to.
Well, there was one instance I can think of where a hand was actually getting smart on that.
Nice.
But this isn't one of those instances. Yeah, so now the whole what are you doing that for thing, it gave me flashbacks to one season 1 episode. I don't remember if you've covered this one yet.
What happened in that?
It was the Treasure of Anne Bonny.
Anne Bonny, I think I have seen it, but I don't think I have covered it.
Okay, you don't think you've done that one yet?
That one too.
Sorry, Cop, I lost.
Okay. Oh, he said he had a recording of that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but if you do that one, then you'll see what I mean when I say, "What are you doing that for?"
Yeah. Any more opinions, Goldie Gamer? What do you make of the temple games?
Well, I truly have don't really have a solid opinion.
Yeah.
On that.
Is it just the routine games that we usually see? Yeah. Anything more you want to talk about, Goldie Gamer, before we pass the mic to someone else?
Well, only the fact that the ending result of the moat was like a close finish
Yeah.
right at the end.
Yeah. Two teams running for the last place.
It was the Green Monkeys versus my team, the Purple Parrots.
Oh, my
It's
team.
trying to get that last spot in the steps of knowledge, but Purple Parrots were just beaten out by a second.
Yeah. True. And I love the enthusiasm of these spotters when they're representing teams when they're like, yeah, full on cheerful and all that stuff. That is lovely. Yeah. Should we pass on the mic to someone else? Goldie Gamer, please nominate someone.
Oh yeah. Who wants to go next?
You nominate someone.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, Cheyenne, you want to talk about? Okay, once your view is done,
Yeah, go ahead, Cheyenne.
You're gonna nominate someone, okay? Cheyenne, hello.
Cheyenne volunteered.
Yes, I can hear you, Drew Boy.
Yeah, Cheyenne, listen to me, listen to me, Cheyenne. Once you're done with your review and all the discussion, you have to nominate someone from the panel who is supposed to speak, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Okay, what should I play before that? What should I play? Should I play the Temple Run or the Temple Games or the mode? What are you gonna talk about? Tell me that.
Okay. I'm gonna talk about the Temple Run. Okay. Before that, I just want to say that I didn't leak any spoilers when you left, when you missed out the one part when Olmec was telling where the artifact was.
It's okay. Chill out. I misunderstood that for the something else. Okay, just misunderstood. Okay, no.
No problem.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay.
All yours.
Okay. Give me a moment.
By the way, did you write your review in a Word document or in a paper pen? Where did you write your review?
I wrote it on my notes on my phone. There's an app called the Notes where I write.
Wow, lovely.
Yeah. I write the notes and everything. Yeah, I write for each episode, which I don't want to spoil if you do those ones. Okay.
Lovely. By the way, a lovely meme that you put up in Discord. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, sir. I'm not gonna waste any more of your time.
Oh, no problem. Okay. Kimberly started going up into the crypt and continued across the bottom floor until she grabbed the artifact. The mistake Kimberly made was dropping the artifact in the room of the ancient warriors, and was about to go up the king's storeroom, then went through the chamber of the sacred markers. After realizing her mistake, Kimberly took the wrong way out by going down into the tomb of the headless kings. Then this run ended up being another failed escape when she was in the pit of the pendulum. However, there were no temple guards being encountered in this run. And you're right, Gamer. She avoided the dark forest, and the other two temple guards she didn't encounter was the green mask in the chamber of the sacred markers and the gold mask in the king's storeroom. I thought the gold mask was likely going to hide in the ledges or the king's storeroom, and you're actually right. Yeah, the king's storeroom, because I mean, I can think where would the other temple guards hide is because the green mask is in the central room of the temple, being the chamber of the sacred markers, and I thought the gold mask guard likely is in the ledges or the king's storeroom. So my guess is that the gold mask is hiding in the king's storeroom, and I watched this episode, and my reaction to that was, very disappointing. Like, Kimberly didn't know what she was going to do. She didn't even realize that what she was going to do was unexpected. I mean, going down and taking the wrong way out, and that's where where the run ended. Going from the top was more better than going down to the bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, she costed this temple run, and I mean, they only got 2 grand prizes, and they missed the trip to Roseland Ranch.
Wow.
I mean, how disappointing this is. I have no words how this run ended up being.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the temple the most
Tell me
and
more. Tell
also
me.
the moat crossing. I mean, it was very awesome about the moat,
Hmm.
and it was very interesting. And was the moat crossing quick?
No.
Oh, okay. Thanks for correcting that out. Yeah, so yeah, I mean the mode was pretty interesting to see, and also the temple games. The second temple game, which is the bucking horse,
Yeah.
which is yeah, it's one of the most difficult temple games. It's all about the strength and the grip you like when you're holding something. Like it's all about the strength and the grip.
Shan,
So
I
this
have a
is
question for you. I have a question for you. Since you're more into fitness and all that stuff, uh, if you were given a chance to pick one temple game from the first temple game or the second one, which one would you pick? The first one is the one where you have to climb up and pull those thunders into the basket. Second one is the balancing act. Which one would you prefer? Or which one is yours more safe and which one you can have a better control?
That's a good question.
Yes.
And which temple game I should be picking is, I think the second one.
Is it because it's easy for you, or is it you have a better balance and grip? Is that the reason you would pick the second one?
Well, the second temple game isn't easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like you have to hold your grip.
Mm-hmm.
If you fall down, you have to start over again. Like the horse, when you have to buck
I
the
mean, my
horse.
question is
So,
based on your strength and your endurance, which one would be easy for you? Is it the first one or is the second one?
the first one,
First one. You mean
the
jumping up
the
and pulling
lightning
down?
bolt one.
Ah, okay, 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 okay.
Yeah, you have to jump and take out the lightning balls and put it into the bucket. Yeah, that is one of the easy ones.
Ah, okay, lovely. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me more. Anything more you observed
Yeah,
in this? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's all I have. I mean, this ended up being more disappointing. I mean, I know your reaction to that she was going to make it or not. I mean, this would have been a solo win, and unfortunately, this didn't really happen. I mean, oh my God. I mean, there's been many temple runs costed.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And also with two
Okay.
pendants, it's a unforgivable mistake, man. With two pendants and you
Exactly.
you choke out, it's a very hard, very disappointing thing.
I agree with that, Drew boy. I mean, same. I mean, it's really disappointing because like I said, there has been some temple runs costed. Like, I mean, I can also bring up an example in the enormous feather of the mean lane.
Yeah,
Carissa hesitated a lot.
yeah,
She didn't know what was at stake. If she didn't hesitate, they still would have won the all three prizes. And unfortunately for Carissa, she hesitated a lot, and the run ended up being another. That run was also another failed escape,
yeah.
and also
Oh,
the broken wing of Icarus
I
from
was just
season
gonna
two.
say that one
Yeah.
because that was one where one wrong turn
Cost.
cost you.
Yeah. One small mistake. Yeah.
I mean, I mean, Jason. Oh my God! I mean, what the hell is wrong with him? He didn't know if he grabbed the rope to the pit and go back to where he came from, but going down the ledges was a bad decision. I mean, he, I think, used one hand for stability because I mean, I don't know, like what he was doing. Like going, he would have just, saw that there's a way out. It's like the path behind Olmec, like the slide behind him. He should have easily gotten out. I mean, unfortunately, that was one of the devastating temple runs, which ended up being another failed escape. I mean, that was so close. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, that was with only one pendant in when I'm talking about the broken wing. Like there were only one pendant, they would have had another win.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, now I bring up this episode. Like Kimberly would have made it, and this didn't really happen. And that's all I have for my review. what should I say? Should I give the nomination to someone, or I
Yeah,
should
just
say
just
someone
pick
to go next?
pick anyone. Pick the next person who's gonna talk about the episode. We'll do a chain thing
Uh,
so that I don't need to mention you. Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah,
Josh,
that's it.
Top,
Actually,
anyone?
now you also. Oh, I want. So Cheyenne, you also make a valid point too. Like there should be a category of runs where one where it could have been an easy win, but they make stupid mistakes instead.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. We'll think about that before next time.
Yeah. So Shine, whom are you nominating? There are Josh and undercover who's
Um,
also Josh.
Anybody, Josh, Cop, anyone wants to go in?
You have to nominate Cheyenne. Make a
Uh,
decision. Make a
okay.
decision. Don't give
Okay.
options. Make a decision.
Okay. Okay, I got your point. I got your point. Now I understand that. Josh?
Sure can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I
Go ahead.
can. Yeah, I can hear you. Josh, you can go with the review of the temple run for the Broken Trident of Poseidon.
Yes, please.
Sounds good. I'll start with pretty much the temple run there as well too on that part. Let's see. So yep, y'all pretty much have summarized most of everything. Unfortunately, I think Kimberly, pretty much the team, they had the time and everything going for them, including the pendants and everything. They unfortunately had a moment. What's interesting is that before I jumped on, I was going through some of the episodes we hadn't reviewed yet, and it's one of the ones I sort of scrolled through, and I was remembering this moment in my head. And when Kirk said, "Get out, get out," I was thinking that, you know, how like sometimes if you have like a fire alarm or there's an emergency happen in the back of your mind, you're thinking like, "Oh no, let me just drop everything and get up out of here." So in my mind, I was thinking that would happen to Kimberly. But as you can see there, she was trying to get into the armor, which is why she dropped the trident there on that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, that moment, well, even dropping the trident and sort of going back to get it, she still actually, as you can sort of see, as she's running back through, she still had 25 seconds. So had she have gone into the chamber and went straight across and got back into the crypt, she probably would have still made it out in time. But of course, unfortunately, she does go down, which costs the rest of the run there.
Josh, I have this weird opinion that most of the temple runs are messed up by the girls, man. Most of the temple runs. I don't remember any guy any guy, making these kind of blunders, like dropping things and going into wrong direction. What's your opinion on that? I mean, based on all the episodes that you have seen.
Say there have probably, I can't think off the top of my head, been some guy moments that the guys didn't do. I would say, not to pull it off on the girls, but like I guess sometimes guys tend to do better under pressure than ladies in the spur of the moment at times there. So that could be my only guess there on that part as to why it seemed like more of the girls had the time there on that part. But yeah, it's as Cop has said as well too, in the past, it's like you got 11, 12, and 13-year-olds that are going through wondering if a temple guard is going to be coming through while knowing the clock is on the table and everything on that part. So like managing all of that in the spur of like 3 minutes, you either do it or you don't there on that part, which is of course one of the reasons why it makes Legends so amazing to watch and experience, or wish we experienced it as well too. Yep.
By the way, one question I wanted to ask: what is a ranch? I mean, one of the prizes. What is a ranch? Is it an amusement park or what is it?
I can take that if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
It's a or it was. It has since closed. It's in upstate New Hampshire, Vermont.
Yeah, exactly. It says Stanfordville, New York. So
York.
it's in the same state as me.
Ah, okay.
Oh, cool. It was a dude ranch where you would go and you'd like hang out with cowboys and ride horses, and they would teach you how to ride a horse and that kind of stuff.
Ah, okay. Lovely.
Yeah, I did read that Roseland Ranch no longer exists today.
Oh, it was closed. Okay. Yeah. Josh, you go ahead if you have anything to say. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Let's see. Few other items I've got. Let's see. That moment where Kirk telling Kimberly to go back to get the trident, as we sort of remembered in third season, Kirk was watching video camera with the production crew, seeing the run from that point. So I think he had one of those moments like we did as well too. He started to like talk at the camera, and then when he realized he needed to talk to Kimberly, stepped away from it and ran over to the stage to tell her to get the trident to come back there. So that's
and I also see you mentioned about the moat, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I like the ice mode there on that part. As it said, with the temple, 30 bar with the show 30 minutes, having an ice mode where it's just an easy crossing the moat helps to like speed up the time while keeping the intensity of the show. So yeah, that's a good one there. And also, that last split second between green and purple was good.
Yes, I also agree with you. The camera angles in season 3 got better. I mean, all the zoom and the close-ups that they show of the rooms and the skulls and also all the insects and everything, that was very cool. That gave a vibe that this is a forest and it's an actual forest where there are a lot of things. I think that's one of the best thing to happen in terms of the camera work in this season, if I have to point out.
Got it. Even the moments where.
Also, sorry, I'll let you finish. But I just looked this up. Apparently, Stanfordville is 3 hours and 15 minutes away from my house by car.
Ooh, that is drivable. Okay, nice.
Wait. Yep, the only thing I was going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. Oh, the other thing I was going to say was that Kirk, the camera moments where after the Temple Games, cameras like zooms in on Kirk and Kirk like runs away and goes into like the pit and stuff like that as well too. It's like favorites there as well of the camera work there.
I thought that was in another episode that Kirk does a funny moment.
Yeah, he kind of runs and jumps into one of the temple.
The pit of the pendulum.
Exactly. I think I did that.
Not this episode though.
Yeah, not this episode.
You already did an episode from season 3, the jewel encrusted egg of Catherine the Great. You already did this episode.
Yeah.
I don't know if you Kirk does. This is a season 3 finale. I'm sorry if I'm saying that, but he that was one of the moments like he jumped onto the pit of the pendulum. That was so funny, and also like in some episodes. When the camera goes directly, then Kirk makes an expression. I was about to scare it on screen. I mean, also in the bullet-riddled handbag of Bill Boyd, when the Temple Games were finished, and Kirk, does the
Yeah.
That was awesome. He sometimes does those weird expressions.
Yeah. Cheyenne, hold on. Let Josh finish off this because you're into his space, so let him finish off and then.
Okay. Please excuse me. Continue, Josh.
Good. The only note that I had mentioned as well too, in regards to the Dark Forest trees moving with their hands, in one season 3 episode, which was the cone of Mount Kilimanjaro. When Casey goes into the Dark Forest, the hands actually move and flail before he even reaches to the tree in that episode. And I think, and as I recall back in season 2 as well too, sometimes the left-hand tree is like stuck to the bramble wall as well too. I sort of felt like having it being there sort of takes away from the suspense of there being a temple guard inside of there. So I think in probably like future they decided to finally keep the hands down so that way they would move unless the kids. I feel is a lot more suspenseful. Already realizing there's a temple guard.
Yeah.
Yep, but other than that, yep. Unfortunately, this is just one of those unfortunate moments of a two pendant, no temple guard runs where I feel like most two pendant runs, most of the time, the kids end up into one, if not two temple guards, where they are almost a run there. So for them to not have to encounter any guards and have two pendants, it's one of those like you had it all, but
Yeah.
fell apart again there. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the run on the Trident for me.
Yeah. All right.
And with that,
Yeah.
would you like me to pass it to Kyle?
Yeah. Cop, all yours.
Okay. First of all, thank you for using my recording for this.
Cop, one question. Why does this have a pink filter? Is it technical thing, or why do we see a pink filter on this?
I think it's just the when you say pink filter, are you talking about just the tinting of the
Yeah, exactly.
entire video? Or?
Exactly, tinting of the entire.
It's just. I think it's just because it's an old tape.
Ah, okay.
I had this on a tape, and then the tape sat somewhere for over a decade, and then I got it converted around a decade after that. First thing of note, the moat crossing must have taken a while because Kirk's commentary is clearly re-recorded.
Ooh, again the point of re-recording. Okay, re-recorded. Okay.
Yep. The temple games. I remember people complaining about how stupid the horse game and the thing about Poseidon's 4 kids were. It's like oh, that was lame. The temple run. Okay, so it's weird is that for the first minute and probably for the first minute, Kimberly's actually doing pretty good.
Yes, she was good.
She gets all the way to the quicksand bog and like with 2 minutes left on the clock. Did anyone point out? I don't think anyone pointed this out. She drops her pendant climbing up the Pharaoh's secret passage.
Nope, no one pointed.
So if you look at it, when she's going up the slide, she's got her pendant. When she gets to the room of the secret password, she doesn't have her pendant.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah. So Kimberly got the trident and dropped it. That goes without saying. I think what happened was she dropped it thinking she had to do the ancient warriors, and then she heard people scream, no, keep going, and so she kept going without the trident and got confused. And again, you have to remember there's a whole team of people screaming at her. Also, when they cut to Tony after she drops the trident, clearly that was a different. That shot was clearly from a different point because you can hear Tony screaming or saying something whilst they have the camera on him. So I don't know. And there was something else I wanted to point. Yeah, I showed this to a friend of mine. It's like dropping the trident was not what ended the run. Going down from the chamber to the Tomb of the Ancient Kings is really, that was the big mistake.
Yeah.
And then also one last note that I don't think I've ever seen anyone point out. Kimberly was only a few feet away from being one of the few contestants to enter every room in the temple.
Wow.
Actually, good point. That's a very good point. Yeah.
She goes.
And
she goes through the Kingstorm and turns back around.
Okay. Hold on a second, Cop. Drew Boy, Joe Morris says he has to go, but before you end the stream, make sure you read what he sent you on Discord.
He says,
and then he wants.
Kirk Fogg was cursing in the second temple game, saying that it's a bucking Poseidon. They thought he dropped the F-bomb and said fucking.
Yeah, that was brought to my attention too, but I don't know how Jomar picked up on that, because if Kirk did accidentally blurt out that word, it would have been censored. We would not have heard it on TV. So the only people that would have heard that would be the studio audience.
I think it's pretty safe to assume he said bucking, but it's easy to see how one could mishear that, because bucking makes more sense in the context of they're on a horse that
because it rhymes.
They sound very similar.
That's an easy mistake to make. Oh, and also, Cop, what you said about the moat, yeah, that's actually believable because I think I read once that some moat challenges actually did take several minutes, like a long time to finish, but they don't show that because they have to cut footage for airtime.
Yeah.
Stonehead of the Evil King, which we already covered. Yeah, that one took like 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
But
Yeah.
but they had to cut it down because of the runtime though.
Exactly.
This is a good episode.
Yeah, this was a good episode.
So, although I question how were they able to cut it for the runtime though?
Just cut out a bunch of attempts of just cut out a bunch of shots of them falling and just cut to the part where they get across.
Then then that must have meant that the background music must have been added in post production. Must have been.
Yeah, most likely. Cop, one question out of context. I mean, you being in shows, do the contestant feel the pressure of the camera that's on them, or what do the? I mean, these are kids. What do the producers and the crew tell them? That don't worry about the camera, just focus on the game, or do they tell them like just take a look at the camera once in an often and then go on with your game? What do in general the crew tell the contestants before they go for the shot?
I think usually they just are trying to make sure the show is going. They have coordinators whose job it is to make sure the contestants are cared for. I'm sure that they're just saying like, don't worry about the camera. Don't worry about it. Yes, there's a camera, but the goal is to have fun. Don't worry. I think they're probably also told don't worry about winning and losing. Just go out there, have fun. And when I was on the show I was on, again, I was there with 20, 30, 40, 50-year-olds. As best I can tell, we were just told, have fun. Don't even, don't look at the camera unless we tell you to.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. That was
all right.
Yeah.
Also, Cop, I was good. Cop, Kimberly dropped the pendant.
Yeah. That's what.
Yep. Climbing the slide.
I didn't even notice. I thought she was holding it, but I didn't see she dropped the pendant, and I was kind of shocked to hear about this. I was like, what? She dropped the pendant, and I'm like, wait. I mean, I just saw when I was watching it when I saw the temple run. I didn't know she dropped it. I didn't know I saw she was holding it, and I don't know somewhere she dropped it. I didn't even know about this.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so hard to pick up.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I didn't. Someone pointed out to me. I didn't notice it either. One thing that I did forget to say is, so this is a very unique temple run where no temple guards.
Yeah.
Gets the object. In theory, should be a win, and then she blows it. I would argue you needed an episode. You needed a temple run wherein somebody got the object and dropped it and kept going and forgot it and lost because of that. In the same way that you needed an episode where somebody, like the Broken Wing, you needed an episode where somebody was right behind Olmec when time ran out. You needed an episode where somebody jumped out of the temple. You needed an episode where somebody dropped part of the silver monkey off of the balustrade. You needed an episode where they got where someone dropped their pendant. You needed an episode again. So this is just in the checklist of episodes that needed to happen.
And one episode where the guy jumps off the ground floor. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
And anyone was saying, was I talking or is it anyone?
Cop was saying that, all the, exactly. I agree with Cop. There's a lot of things that should have happened, but didn't happen. Or maybe they might have happened and they might have edited out.
I think, things that only happened once, but you're like, well, this has to have happened at some point.
Exactly.
There has to be an episode where someone drops their pendant. There has to be an episode where somebody doesn't get to the... There has to be an episode where a person goes in and doesn't even get the object. There has to be an episode where a person gets captured by the guard with less than 5 seconds left on the clock. There has to be an episode where, yeah, so there has to be an episode where somebody goes past the room and the guard in the previous room who's delayed goes in and grabs them. We'll get to that episode soon.
I got an example, Cop.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me.
I
got an example, Cop. There was one run, and he already covered that one. That was the mummified hand of the Egyptian king, which was the infamous backfire temple run. Well, what happened was that Maggie dropped her pendant after knocking down the column from the pit of the pendulum. She was a little bit stuck, and then she went down. And I don't know, like she probably couldn't have seen that the door up to the king's storeroom open, and she got taken out in the tomb of the headless kings, realizing that she didn't have her pendant. Then her partner, his name is Josh, right? I mean, her partner's name is Josh, right?
Josh. Yeah, Josh or Josh.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Anyways, I was saying, okay, back to the point I was saying, like, he grabbed the missing pendant and decided to go up the king's storeroom, and he didn't realize that the other half pendant was in the chamber of the sacred markers. After completing the object, finding the key and putting it in one of the pedestals, he then encountered the gold mask guard in the room of the ancient warriors, and after completing the object in the shrine of the silver monkey, and that was a technical glitch that the door to the dark forest or the quicksand bog didn't open, and forced him to go into the room, forced him to take the wrong way to the room of the secret password, where the last temple guard, being the black mask, came out, and the run ended, and that backfired everything. And I wish that run would have, I mean, if Maggie started going to the top floor, this would have been avoided. Unfortunately, this ended up being, like I said, that is the infamous backfire temple run.
Yeah, the real backfire part of that was when player two thought of a strategy to skip a room, but what he didn't know was the room he skipped had the other half pendant he needed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, Josh, go ahead.
Yep. Actually, turned out in that run that the chamber didn't open from the king's storeroom. So what I think the layout for that was that if they had chosen to take the upper route, then they wouldn't have needed pendant inside of there. However, had Josh followed Maggie's route, he probably would have been forced to go up into the chamber, getting the other half, and then going into the king's storeroom. So I think it was one of those unique pathways there on that part, because I remember king's storeroom didn't open down into the chamber, so obviously Josh would never known to go down into the chamber to get that half pendant. Yep. So I think it was one of those, one or the others, but the fact that he chose to sway from the path without that other half pendant cost him there.
Pop, any more on this episode?
I think the moral of the episode is don't lose.
Don't lose. By the way, one question.
And
about,
also,
yeah, go ahead. Complete.
And also, damn, Tony's in really good spirits for not winning and not getting to go in the temple.
Yeah, he didn't even. His contribution is nothing actually in the temple run. Literally stood there clapping. And also, Cobb, one question regarding the recording. Back in the day, how would you do it? Like, you would record it. You would record the entire game shows on that day, or would you just record it? Legends of the Temple. How would you do it?
I have a tape that's just 6 straight hours of Nickelodeon. I have one tape that this was on that was 12 episodes of Legends. And what I would do is I would record. My dad set it up because I was like 4 years old at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I would record the episode, rewatch it a couple times, and then either tape over it or record more. You have to remember though, back then I had a limited number of tapes. It's not like now where we have infinite, which would have been cool at the time. But so it was really a thing of, do I keep this episode? Do I not keep this episode? Et cetera, et cetera. And I think I kept some good ones. And then there's some really good ones that I know I saw, but I didn't record. But I didn't have access to my VCR at the time.
And when did you digitalize these? I mean, convert these into...
2018.
Oh, okay, 2018. Okay.
So 25 years later.
Lovely, lovely.
Speaking of 25 years later, you know what Monday is, right?
Yeah, it's 30-year anniversary of Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Legends of the Hidden Temple, right?
Yeah.
Is there any event happening in your part of the world?
Not that I know of.
They haven't said anything.
I'm planning something special for my channel, so look out for that.
Oh, yeah. Please subscribe to Undercover Co-op if you haven't.
I already subscribed to him.
Yay.
And my question for you, Drew Boy, is if you were a contestant, my question is, if you were a contestant, if a temple run was a failed escape, or if it was a failed acquisition, what would your reaction be if you were a contestant?
In my
What would your reaction?
Yeah, in my childhood, I was a very angry kid, so I would definitely be pissed off, and then I would be very angry. So maybe I would have been very angry because this is a game show that I love. Even though it's not my part of the country, it's not my thing, but something that I love. If someone, messes it up, I would be really angry. So yeah.
Yeah. Or what if, if some, for example, if player 2 took the wrong way and it ended up being another failed escape,
Yeah,
like
same
when
reaction. Would be angry. If it was a blunder of the blunder, I would be seriously angry. Because you come there to win, and if you do mistakes, you would get pissed off.
I mean, same thing. I mean, I would feel like, like I said when I was talking about the enormous feather of the Mealing, I mean, David was very infuriated with Carissa. Like, if I had a partner like that, I would be like, you know what? I am not going to talk to my partner ever again. You know what? I am done.
One question I had for Undercover Cop, because these games, would you be required to do some physical activity before you go into the shoot? Because this is all physical activity, and your muscles and all needs to be relaxed, to do some physical activity to avoid injuries. So would you be asked to do some physical activities before you go into the shoot? I mean, you've been part of the show, so tell us how it would be.
I can't speak on behalf of this show. I would assume that they probably did some stretches and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like basic warm-up stuff that you do in gym class.
Exactly.
When I was on Takeshi, yes, we had they had a personal trainer guide us all through stretching exercises.
And also any particular diet, because I don't think you're supposed to eat heavy food.
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they said. I think they said they're I was told get a good breakfast. I'm sure they're told get a good breakfast, and then they're given like pizza and stuff for lunch, and then for dinner I guess it's more pizza.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Cop, any idea when your episode is gonna be released in India? I don't think I.
Yes. Yes. It's in England now. I'm pretty sure I heard that it. Okay, maybe I didn't hear it then. I'm sorry. I thought I heard that it was coming to India in this month, but I guess I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
So, sorry.
Okay, no worries. We'll wait for it. Okay. Yeah. Anything more to discuss about this?
I was going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say. When I was gonna say part of the question, Drew Boy. Like, if I like when I was giving you a question, if you were a contestant, like I know I gave you like a categories like the failed escape, a failed acquisition. Like a failed acquisition means a failed run.
Yeah.
A failed escape means that you're unable to escape in time. And also a triple seizure. I was gonna say, like, if a triple seizure happened, what would your reaction be if a triple seizure happened? If it was a one pendant or a 1.5 pendant run?
I would be surprised, shocked, and all the reactions. I don't know, man. I can't tell it right now. It happens at that moment. I mean,
I'm not saying like the episodes you will do next. I'm seeing like if you were a contestant,
yeah,
like
that's
if this
what.
happened.
If I was a contestant, it depends on the moment. Maybe I would be surprised or shocked, depending on that. But if, as I said earlier, if someone makes a mistake, I would be super angry or super pissed off because that's what how I was in my childhood, 31 years back. So yeah, that would be me. Yeah, that's
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I know like James from the Secret Battle Plan. I know he was pissed off and he was absolutely shell shocked because, Christina made the mistake. She doubled back for the other half pin, but she like when Kirk pointed this out, she tried to go back and find it, but didn't see it, and it ended up being another double whammy on the list. Yeah, I think that's all I have.
Cool. One announcement. This is for everyone. I mean, our panel. Maybe in November, we might. I mean, I might try the video stuff, the video call, video review stuff. So, I mean, it's something that is new that I want to talk. I'm taking uh, what do you say? I'm taking inspiration from the other reviewers. So in November, that is not now, November. So maybe we'll do a test somewhere late October where you will be on your cams. You need to turn on your cam only when you're comfortable, and then I will broadcast this episode on Discord, and then I will do a live stream. So that is for October. So I mean, I'll tell you in advance, so that we all will be live, and then we will do a live review where we'll be talking and the episode flows simultaneously. So that's the plan, and yeah, make sure that I mean, try your best to be on the cam. That's what I wanted to say.
Now,
Sounds great, man.
all right, now I'm gonna say it now before I take off, Drew Boy. I want to tell you, this Sunday I am going on the Disney Wish cruise, and I'm supposed to be returning next Friday. If I make it back in time, I'll be here.
Sure, and also please take care of yourself when you're going outside because you're unwell. Josh, anything from you? Any last sign out words from you?
I think my last sign off. I think if I were Tony standing there with Kirk at the end there, I'd be like, could I at least take the pendant home that I didn't have to lose?
Hey, this is one question I wanted to ask. Do these contestants get something from the episode, like the pendant or any arty craft? Do they get anything as a remembrance? I mean, I guess they would get the jerseys or their costumes or their dresses, but anything else do they get? I mean, this is open question for everyone.
They get the knowledge of having had fun, I guess, and then they get to keep the shirt.
Oh, shirt. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and then I guess whatever prize they win, I guess the kids got moon shoes. Which, by the way, those things were a death trap.
Oh, okay.
True.
Shoes with trampolines on your feet is like, yeah, you're gonna break your ankle on those things.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yep. Thank you, Cobb. Josh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, I'm good to go.
Cool. Thank you. Cheyenne, any words from you last? The youngest of all?
Nothing much I have. That's all I have for this temple run, and also, more stuff is gonna happen, on my channel, and so stay tuned for that. And there's gonna be plenty of more coming.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Cheyenne. Thank you, Undercover Cop. Thank you, Josh, and thank you, Goldie Gamer. Take care of yourself.
You're welcome.
And we will meet next Friday. Friday, that is 15th.
All right.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
See you later.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Yep, thank you. And thanks to Craig Trullock. Craig Trullock has been sending long list of messages. I mean, it's difficult to like talk and then go through. Sorry if I missed anything, but I got most of it. We'll meet next week, and also thanks to Jomar who hopped in, and also for that interesting point. I mean, sometimes it gets difficult. I might lose on the chats, so that's why I keep saying, come on to the chat, voice chat, and talk. But it's okay if you're comfortable. Well and fine. If not, that's okay. Yeah, we'll meet next week. So thank you so much. And this was a wonderful episode. And we will meet next week, which is 15th of September, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 15th of September. We are already getting close to 2024. Oh, God. Anyways, I'll see you next week. And bye bye.